Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Kaba Ilco number 15995 LA 26D composite or generic type key and knob, key and lever, deadbolt type cylinder. That's what it is. What is this? This is a 6-pin cylinder that has been pinned 5. So you can take a 6-pin should you have a Lockwood 1004 and a 6-pin. Lockwood 1004 keyway is your LA. 2060 is a reference to the finish on the face of the plug. You can do that in 2060 for satin chrome, 04 for satin brass. Generic type cylinder, meaning you can usually install this you can always install it in lots of different lock sets, and you can usually install it in everything that you'll come across because of its generic design. If you didn't know that this was Kaba Ilco, you probably wouldn't know exactly whose cylinder this is. Brass housing and plug construction, threaded cap on the back, factory original look-alike key blanks. Generic because it's going to come with 6 tail pieces, and I'm going to show you those tail pieces now. You can do key and knob or key and lever. You can also do deadbolts. For the key and knob or lever, you can do, there are 3 tail pieces. For the deadbolts, there are 3 tail pieces. The only difference between all 3 of them is simply the length of the tail pieces. For your key and knob, key and lever, okay, they're all the same. It's got 2 bird's mouth preparations. That's because in a lever lock, your tailpiece is usually going to be vertical. In a knob lock, your tailpiece is usually going to be horizontal. You need to have those preps so that you can get the spring-loaded pin installed down into the tailpiece in the correct fashion. The length of these tailpieces, let's go over them now. From the back side of the tailpiece itself, the overall now, about 3/4, and that's marked RS. The one that's marked RM, it's going to be 15/16. The one that's marked RL is going to be 1 1/8. Okay. Now your deadbolts. There are 3 of them for your deadbolts. They're the same except that they're just different lengths. What makes it a deadbolt cylinder is the fact that it has this unusual preparation, this pie cut sort of preparation, and it differs from a knob lever tailpiece. This is what's called a lazy style tailpiece, and it will come with a washer that you'll use to go and install in this fashion. That washer goes on top of there. The point of a lazy style tailpiece is that it permits a deadbolt to operate correctly, meaning you want to be able to put the key in, throw the deadbolt or project the deadbolt, bring the key back to vertical and remove it without automatically unlocking it. A lazy style will permit the key to turn the tailpiece this far to throw the deadbolt, but then permit you to bring the key back to vertical without retracting the latch bolt. That's what a lazy style is. You're also going to get this plastic washer, and I've spoken to the factory and they've told me the only time you may need that is when you discover that you've installed the cylinder and there's just a bit too much slop given the overall length of the cylinder. You might need to simply slide this over your tailpiece and use it as a shim back here. That's the only time. And I don't think the factory was even able to tell me what instances that would occur in, but apparently they received enough communication about it that they decided to actually have this manufactured and include it with their material. Okay, so you might use it as a shim. Going to be used in lots of different locks. Several different lock capabilities are mentioned, or compatibilities are mentioned down below. Schlage AL series, it works all day long. We install those all day long, even though I do not see it listed there. It is compatible with an AL series lock. I just installed it into one. There's 10 of them underneath that mess of packing material. So it works really great with that stuff. You might literally have a client who has a Schlage B100 series deadbolt and they want to make a quick set key work into it. You can make that happen with a Kaba Ilco cylinder. You might have a whole mess of AL series locks from Schlage, or M-Series locks from Arrow, and you want to make a Lockwood 1004 work in it for some reason. Well, the reason might be is if you've got a home, or let's say you're a landlord and you own a 20-flat building northwest side of Chicago, and that building was built in the 1930s, you're going to find unusual keyways. And you might just want to add some deadbolts on your common area, but you don't want to have to hand out 100 new keys. Lockwood 1004 from Kaba Ilco. Okay, really nice material. Being solid brass housing and plug permits very tight machining tolerances when they're making the cylinders, and it'll give you a real phenomenal repeatability, dependability, being able to key the material so that it works extremely well. That's all part and parcel of this sort of cylinder that we're working with. Now, finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Kaba Ilco products that we sell, but a link to the brass cylinder catalog, which is where you'll find the 15995. Their key blank catalog, which is really handy. If you've got some unknown key blank, you can use that catalog to great effect at just helping you determine what keyway it could be. And their aluminum storefront catalog as well. Any questions on the 15995 LA in a 2060 finish or any other Kaba Ilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.